Sunderland currently lead the way at the top of the Championship on goal difference, as Sheffield United in second are level on points with them. In a close third, Burnley with just 1 point behind. It is all looking very tight in the Championship. Exciting league, exciting teams in there as well, and just, for me, one of the best leagues in England for the entertainment value, the unpredictability of games, the drama. The quality is very high as well. So look, what a league championship is. Who will take advantage this weekend though? We will get into that and more next. That's right everyone, we're back today for my championship predictions. And today it is all about Matchday 10 this coming weekend. The likes of Sunderland and Sheffield United on the same points at the top of the league, with Burnley a very close second, just 1 point behind the automatic spots. Currently in the playoffs, Burnley, like I said, in third, West Brom in fourth, Leeds in fifth and Watford in sixth. But it's all very tight in the table right now, so it can all change this weekend. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Big up to all of you that are watching and supporting the channel. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. But if you're new, make sure to smash the likes, subscribe to the channel if you can, and comment your full championship predictions for this weekend's games as we resume after the international break, of course. Before we do get into the predictions though, I do want to have a look at the table in full and give you a lowdown on what is happening. I've already told you about the top relay in terms of the playoff picture and the automatics. But down the bottom, Cardiff City find themselves bottom of the pile with 5 points and a staggering minus 14 goal difference already. And we've only played 9 games. Portsmouth in 23rd with 5 points, minus 11 goal difference. QPR 22nd with 7 points, and a minus 7 goal difference. And can you believe it? Luton Town, who did get relegated from the Premier League last season, have had a shocking start to the season. Already losing 5 games out of their 9, and they have 8 points on minus 7. Look, Luton, I told people when teams get relegated doesn't mean they have any entitlement to be still at the top the following season. It doesn't work like that, and it is a very tough league in the Championship. So Luton are struggling, and the after effects of relegation can hit some teams hard, and Luton seems to be one of those sides that have just kept falling. But yeah, with the look, like I say, it's very tight, as I said, you know, likes of from 16th from 14th to the final relegation place, it's only a 4 point gap. Now, teams that are chasing the playoff places as well at the moment, very close as well. Norwich are in 7th on 15 points. Blackburn, who was at the top of the table at one point, but now have fallen down a bit after their recent form, they're in 8th, 15 points too. Borough, Middlesbrough of course, 14 points, a couple of points in it. So, and Oxford are up there, they've done very well since being promoted, so they're holding their own in this league. So yeah, they're only 4 points off the playoff picture as well. So look, things can change drastically when it's so tight like this, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens at the top, the automatic places, the playoff places as well. and further down as well, with teams changing with one another after this latest set of results, maybe this weekend. Let's get stuck into it. Kicking off this round of fixtures then on Friday night sees a feisty Yorkshire derby in West Yorkshire as Leeds United host Sheffield United at Ellen Road. The visitors arrive here on the back of back-to-back victories in their last 2 games, winning 3 out of their last 4 games. Also, they're in very good form arriving in this one. The hosts are on the back of back-to-back draws, and they've won 2 of the last 4. Look, Yorkshire derbies are always feisty affairs, and not being biased because obviously, I think Yorkshire derbies are the best. Not particularly this one, but I think the Yorkshire derbies are the best. To be honest with you, maybe it's because I am from Yorkshire that I say that. But anyway, I don't know. But look, it's going to be a tight game. This, I think it's going to be a really good game this to watch on Friday night in front of the Sky cameras, and I'm going to edge Sheffield United here. I really do think they'll win this game. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for the Blades. I think it's going to be tight. It could go either way, to be fair, but Leeds just not really performing well lately. Not drawing the last couple, and I think Sheffield United are just in better form, like I say. And yeah, I think they will. I think they'll win this game. Next up, then, the first of 4 lunchtime kickoffs on Saturday sees Cardiff take on Plymouth Argyle at the Cardiff City Stadium. The visitors arrived on the back of a 2-1 victory against Blackburn, winning 2 of their last 4 games. The hosts arrive here on the back of a draw against Bristol City. Winning just 1 in 4 matches, though. However, that was their, so they're not in the best of forms. For me, I'm going to go, but in this game, I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory for Plymouth. Yes, I think the visitors will win this game. Wayne Rooney has picked up results lately, and yeah, they're not in the best of forms, winning 1 of the last 4, but I just think the performances are better than what we've seen under his when he's been in other clubs, and I just think he's building something gradually here. I know the media want him to fail, but I think if he can just turn a few draws into wins, then I think they could keep moving up that table. And I just think Cardiff have little confidence in the moment as well. I think there's a chance for the Pilgrims to capitalise on that, which is why I've gone for a 2-0 victory for Plymouth. Another lunchtime kickoff sees Luton taking on Watford at Kenilworth Road, where a rivalry between the two sides expects a feisty affair in this one. The visitors arrive here on the back of a 2-1 win against Middlesbrough, winning 2 out of their last 4 games. The hosts, though, are on the back of a 2-0 loss against Sheffield United at Bramall Lane, winning just once in the last 4, with their only win coming back on September 21st against Sheffield Wednesday. Luton, though, have had a very poor start to this season. After relegation from the Premier League, as I said earlier, they seem to have really struggled. It's really hit them hard, they're not doing well. The pressure on Rod Edwards is well and truly on. The fans seemingly want him out already, so it isn't looking good for him. It isn't looking good for Luton, who I think a good start to the season is what you need in the Championship, because otherwise you really are chasing. I know I said it was tight. It is tight in the league still, but I just think if you're off the pace from the start, I think you're just playing catch up still. And yeah, it just proves that just because they were in the Premier League last season doesn't mean they have any entitlement to be up at the top. So and that goes to any of the teams that were relegated, because it is a very tough league, is the Championship. But look, I think for me, I think Luton's run will. I think Luton will continue to have poor form, and I think Watford are going to win this game by 3-1. I do. I just have a feeling they will win this game. Next up, it's Oxford United taking on West Brom at the Cassham Stadium. The visitors arriving on the back of a 0-0 draw against Millwall. They've only won one in the last 4, with that win coming on the 23rd of September against Plymouth. The hosts, though, are on the back of a 1-1 draw against Portsmouth. They remain winless in the last 4, with their last victory coming on the 14th of September. So a long time since they last won Oxford. But look, for me, I'm going to go for a West Brom win here. I think they'll win 2-0. Up next then, Preston take on Coventry at Deepdale. The visitors arrive on the back of a 2-1 loss against Sheffield Wednesday. The last 4 has seen them win just once in that time. The hosts, though, coming to this on the back of a well-fought 0-0 draw against Burnley. In the last 4 games, they've won just once in that time. Yeah, I mean, look, this isn't going to be the high-scoring game, in my opinion. I think it's going to be very scrappy. And I think, for me, I think Preston will win this game I'm going 1-0 to Preston. Next up then, Blackburn taking on Swansea at Ewood Park. The visitors arrive on the back of a 0-0 draw against Stoke, winning just once in their last 4 games, that coming back on the 21st of September against Coventry City. The hosts coming to this one on the back of back-to-back defeats. They've won just 1 in 4 games. So, yeah, they're not in the best of form. They are struggling at the moment, Blackburn, after a really good start to the season, actually. But for me, I think Blackburn will win this game. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Blackburn win. And I just think Swansea away from home are so poor. And yeah, I can't see anything other than a Blackburn win here. Next up then, Middlesbrough taking on Bristol City at the Riverside Stadium. The visitors arriving on the back of a 1-1 draw against Cardiff. In fact, they've drawn 3 games on the bounce, so they like a draw, with 1 win in the last 4 games. The hosts coming to this one on the back of a 2-1 loss at Watford. They've won 2 of their last 4 games. For me, I'm going to go for a Middlesbrough win here. I think they're going to win by 2-0. They are at home, and I do think they will make that count. And yeah, that's just my opinion on that one. Up next then, Millwall taking on Derby at the Den. The visitors arrive here on the back of a 2-0 win against QPR. Prior to this, they had lost 3 on the bounce though, however. The hosts coming to this on the back of a draw against West Brom. They've won just once in the last 4, which was on the 28th of September against Preston. Look, both teams are struggling. I know Millwall have lost a couple on the bounce. In fact, no. The away side have lost a few on the bounce, sorry. I'm going to go for a Millwall win. I'm going to go for 2-0 Millwall win. Up next, QPR taking on Portsmouth Loftus Road. The visitors arrive here on the back of a draw against Oxford last time out, losing 2 and drawing 2 in the last 4. They are still waiting for their first win of the season, can you believe? The hosts have lost 3 on the bounce though, coming to this one and drawing the other one of their last 4. So both sides in dire form. I can't split these two, if I'm honest with you. I think I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Both teams are struggling, both in the bottom 3. And yeah, I think both teams are going to struggle massively this season. Up next is Sheffield Wednesday taking on Burnley at Hillsborough. The visitors arriving on the back of a 0-0 draw against Preston, winning 2 of the last 4 games. The hosts won last time out against Coventry 2-1. They've also won 2 of the last 4 games. For me, I'm going to go for a narrow victory here for the away team. I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory for Burnley. Up next then, Stoke City taking on Norwich at the Bet365 Stadium. The visitors are on the back of a 4-0 victory against Hull. They've won 3 out of their last 4, so they're in top form right now. The hosts drew last time out 0-0 against Swansea, though they've won just once in the last 4 games, Stoke, of course, have already decided to change manager back in mid-September as Steven Schumacher lost his job, with Narcis Palach coming in, who we know very well in these parts after being with us when Carlos Corberan was our manager. So look, best of luck to him if it's his first job as a first team coach. So look, best of luck to him. It started okay for him, but he needs to kind of pick up a few wins now, I think, because he has been in the door a few weeks now. So yeah. But for me, I can't see not Stoke getting a win here. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for the visitors, Norwich City. Now, the final game of the weekend comes on Sunday as Hull take on high-flying Sunderland at the MKM Stadium. The visitors arrived on the back of a 2-2 draw against Leeds, with that howler from Meslier in the Leeds goal to give them that late equaliser. If you remember, it was on Sky, wasn't it? I remember watching it. They've won just twice in the last 4 games. The hosts lost 4-0 to Norwich last time out, but have won 3 of their last 4. So, look, I think it's a tricky one to predict this, isn't it? It could go either way. Sunderland's away form in the last few haven't been great. But, I don't know, I just think Sunderland are going to win this one. I really do think so. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Sunderland. But guys, that is your Matchday 10 Championship predictions for this week. I really hope you have enjoyed me predicting the EFL fixtures this, from League 2 to the Championship. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Make sure you do drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment your predictions, as I said earlier on. Down below, your predictions for this coming weekend's fixtures. But look, first set of fixtures I've done of the season, I think it has gone fairly well. So if you want to keep seeing more of these, let me know, or just give me a thumbs up in the on the video. But guys, thanks for watching, thanks for all your support, and I will see you very, very soon. Take care, everybody.